Well, hello. This is day 4. This is the final day of the ARC party, but it's not the final day of giveaways. We still have giveaways today, which is Monday, tomorrow, which is Tuesday, and then also on Wednesday. This week is utterly bananas. And I just realized it looks like there's been a robbery behind me. Been pulling book orders. Those are all my books that I didn't clean up after myself. Nice. And there's like a dog bone behind me on the floor. Just keeping it real for everyone. Just keeping it real. Just keeping it real. Um, oh, that was super loud in my ear. Let me turn my earphones down. Good afternoon if you're coming from anywhere on the East Coast. Oh, I'm chucking you right up, Lucy.
Hi.
Hi. Let me see. How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
Oh, that's so
I
close.
didn't even have time to brush my hair. Look at this. Nobody will care, will they?
How can you have time? It's 5 p.m. What have you been doing all day long?
Actually, working and walking my dog.
I know. I'm totally teasing you. I just got out of the shower.
I got in like 5 minutes ago.
I know. I did too. I just got out of the shower. I'm just teasing you. We're the same. This is why I love Lucy so much, is we both run the same, like, frenetic, crazy life, whipping up creations and always being maxed out like every second of every day. Oh my goodness. We have someone joining us from Sydney and it's 4 a.m.
That is my goodness.
That is my
dedication.
That is dedication. Oh my gosh. Thank you so much for making it. That's awesome. Well, we have like insanely huge prizes today. So I promise you we will make your time worth it. We're going to pick 4 winners. And in addition to picking like anything, I'm also going to give everyone who wins a free month of any membership that they would like to join, because we're celebrating our open enrollment period, which only happens. I know. So that only happens. It's either twice a year or 3 times, depending on the year. So it's kind of a big day today. So we wanted to celebrate our opening with you guys. And invite anyone who would like to keep the party going all year long to come on over and join us. It's like the funnest place around. Lucy and I run the Celtic Collective together, and we are always up to some no good antics, aren't we? Shenanigans abound in the Celtic Collective. I actually grabbed at the last second. I grabbed my portfolio of some of the pieces that we teach.
Oh, that's a good idea. Do you want me to look some out?
Sure. I think that would be super fun. And good morning. While you do that, I'll say good morning to the people that I see in the chat. I know, look, we have matching headbands. Margot gave this one to me.
These on because I never brush my hair, but then I just look like a weirdo with like a weird headband on.
We all know you look like a weirdo anyways, so no worries.
Oh, thank you.
Oh, good. Shelly Jack says she's having so much drawing the mermaid. Yes, today is Lucy's drawing. She's teaching us how to draw the mermaid based on Jean-Baptiste Monge's drawing in his Celtic Fairy book. Stop it right now. Kay joined the Wonder Bundle this morning, girlfriend. That's freaking huge. We are delighted to have you.
The Wonder Bundle's got everything in it.
Wonder Bundle is the Mac Daddy of all bundles. It's like bundles of bundles. I was looking at the clubs last night and I was like, the clubs are just bundles. The Fun Fab Drawing Club is a bundle of 35 classrooms. And in every classroom, there's like dozens of projects. Like, it's bananas. And then the bundle is like a bundle of all the bundles being all bundled. So it's literally everything. So hello, Jody. I'm gonna read the names that I see. Oh, this is gorgeous. What is this gorgeous name? Maria Luisa Sorrentino. Oh, I just want to say that all day long. Maria Luisa Sorrentino. I just made up an accent. I don't know what that is, but that's a beautiful name.
That's an amazing name.
Yeah, it really is. Not like Karen Campbell.
Boring.
I know. My name is an internet meme of like the worst human in America. So how do you think I feel? Jody, good morning from Texas. Yvette Wilson. Hi, girlfriend. So nice to see you again. Hello from Florida. I see hello, lovely ladies. We got our Sydney watcher here, which is Banana. Maria, I see you. Bryn is in the house today. Bryn's going to be coming on tomorrow, so you guys can look forward to seeing her and her gorgeous art. Michelle Green, I see your name. Carol, Tara's in the house. Tara chose our winners for today. So when your name is called, you guys have Tara to thank for that. She is
If you don't win, you can blame Tara.
Tara's one of our magical team members. Oh my God, that's adorable. Amy said, I didn't brush my hair. My mother asked if the group could see you. That's really funny.
No,
You
this
should be like, yes.
My bad hair day.
I know, we don't care. That's why I have this on. It just hides all my roots, my horrible bangs, all of it. Oh my God, this is Lori. That's hilarious. Nell says this screamed. It was so loud. We're pretty loud. We're a pretty loud group.
Yeah,
I'm not gonna lie.
That's when we get together in person.
We're definitely loud, obnoxious people for sure. Donna Knight. Oh, and speaking of loud, obnoxious people, this is hilarious. Fun fact for you guys. I was on Etsy last night filling book orders, and so I don't send out the pouches. The pouches are actually like made in a factory, like one by one, and then sent directly to you from the manufacturer. Lucy, guess which one is the most popular pencil pouch?
Got to have a sweetie on it.
It does. And I love that you say sweetie because it's the cutest thing in the whole world. So
I should have changed my name to Sweetie Feety.
Sweetie Feety, that's right. This one, just fun facts, is the most popular pencil pouch that has been purchased from the Etsy store, which I think is hilarious. Because this is the one that I was nervous to show because I thought everyone would like hang up because they'd be very like disapproving of my potty mouth. But clearly we have our people gathered around us. So they fully accept us for swears and all. I've only sweared like 2 times in the past 4 days. I'm very proud of myself. You guys, you guys looking in the Facebook group at all the Lucy. I don't know if you have had a chance to. I know you've been super busy today, but the Facebook group we did fashion sketches on day 2, and then yesterday they had a lesson that was like how to mix mediafy them.
Ooh.
So the Facebook group is like filled with these like full color 1960s mixed media projects, and
that sounds so cool.
And they're all super different and like super creative. What did you guys think of the 16 ways to mix mediafy? Did anybody learn anything new? Was anyone like inspired in a certain direction? Let me know in the comments. Like, I want to hear from you guys what you think. Oh, look, Lucy. You said you're having a bad hair day. And I don't think you are.
On my home haircut where I didn't do it very well.
Look at this. Yes, we love a good swear. We swear a lot on our podcast. If you really want to hear some swearing, you can head over there. We're ridiculous. Okay, so oh good. Amy said so Tammy did the shadow. Okay, good. Yeah, that's like a super easy little hack. Amy said she dug out her unopened wasabi tape, which I'm pretty sure you meant washi tape, but that's okay. We got you. That's awesome. This person learned a ton of new ideas during the Fashionistas. I love wasabi too. Good. Oh, good. This person was inspired and used vintage music sheets, right? Music sheets are hands down my favorite.
I love music sheets.
My favorite backgrounds as well. Carrie said she was inspired. She had a piece of music that I prepped for just the right project. Oh, and you finally got to use it for the party. Yay! That makes me super happy. And Wendy, I feel for you. It's hard to watch your potty mouth. It's funny because now that I have all teenagers, we all 5 of us swear. I just don't care. I mean, for me, like the art of swearing is like knowing when you can use it and when you absolutely cannot use it, and being able to like switch, like turn it on or turn it off. And so my kids are really used to swearing with my husband and I because we like love it. We're terrible parents. And so I was in the car and my mom was on speakerphone. No, my mom does not. My mom is never. I'm almost 47. I think I've heard her swear exactly 2 times in my whole life. And my 16-year-old comes in and like first thing out of his mouth is like an F-bomb. And I was like, shh, like I'm talking to grandma. You can't talk like that in here. He was like, oh, my bad. So thank you for appreciating our sweariness. Oh, good. Good. Just reading your thing. Ellen, this is adorable. The Ellen says swearing is my second language. So Lucy, you know Ellen, and I know
Yes.
Ellen. See, now looking at you, Ellen, because I know her from all our Zoom calls, I wouldn't have pegged you as a swearer, so as a swearer. So it's secretly extra satisfying knowing that you do. Super fun.
Apparently, people that swear are more intelligent.
I have also heard that it's a sign of high intelligence. I'm like, I am a genius. Okay. Oh, good. You like the Mod Podge Sparkle? Isn't that fun? There's also, I can't
Ooh.
remember if I mentioned that in the class, but there's also like a high, like a even extra sparkly Mod Podge that you can purchase also.
Can you put glitter in Mod Podge?
Yeah, it comes pre-glittered. So that when you, I know that's what we did with our girls. So that when
That
you
sounds amazing.
smear it on, it's all like evenly distributed for you as well. Oh my God, that's hilarious. Is this Linda Levin commenting? I'm the one who kept whining for you to get the potty mouth stuff. I know we had it on a Redbubble shop, but I don't even know how to find our Redbubble shop. I'm like the worst. It's like if you don't get the spaces right between the ones the Scott and the one not, I can't find it. So I was like,
really?
I'm just
Does it
gonna
not
bring
show
it
up?
over. I don't know. I just can't find it. I feel like a loser because I can't give anybody the link because I don't even know where it is. Oh, good. Donna said she did collage for the first time and learned the joys of trying to smooth out the wrinkles. Yes. There's a lot of like smooshing that has to go to get all those darn wrinkles out for sure. Oh, good. This person said she did the stencils and the washi and the Posca-tins and the watercolor markers. That's all the things. I know mixed media is super duper fun. Oh, this is awesome. This is a scrapbooker who is busting out her supplies after a long time. Yeah. I think scrapbooking is really like the grandmother of mixed media. As the grandmother of like popular mixed media as we know it today, for sure. Sort of morphed out of that. So I am not surprised whatsoever that you got to dig into your stash and that you had some of the same things.
Thank you, Margot, because I got the link and then I realized I didn't have anywhere to paste it. So she put the link up to the Redbubble.
Oh, thank you, Margot. Yes, because those are all prizes as well that people are eligible for. My grandlove's first word was F-bomb. That is hilarious. Yes, the art of swearing. We need to have that on a t-shirt. I speak swearing fluently in many languages. Oh, you guys are cracking me up. I love it. Oh, so funny. Awesome. I think swearing is also a good stress reliever for sure.
Yes.
And I think that's why I encourage my kids to do it.
Definitely.
It just makes you feel you can be like truly yourself if you can actually really truly say anything out your mouth. So I do that for my kids. I'm like, you have to be able to actually express yourself. Just do it in front of the right people.
At the end of the day, it's only a word. It's only that somebody decided it was a rude word or whatever, but it's only a word.
It is only a word. You're right. Smooshing is the best word. I concur. We should put that on a t-shirt as well. But it is like everyone knows what I mean when I say smoosh. Smoosh it. This is super funny. It's so fun to see people's reactions when they hear me swear for the first time. Apparently, I look like a sweet old lady, and somehow that excludes swearing. I know. I think you're right. Oh, Kim has a good feedback for you, Lucy. She said the 2 circles were so helpful to make the mermaid.
Oh, that's good. I'm glad.
So
I find that helpful.
Yeah. So Lucy, your project was released just 3 hours ago. So probably most people haven't had a chance to actually do it yet, but I'm sure there's plenty of people who have at least opened it and looked at it and maybe started it.
And I will be around. I can be around in the Facebook group.
Yes.
Over the next couple of days for looking at ones that are done and uploaded and give feedback and so on. I can't wait to see them all.
Mm-hmm. I'm obsessed with your mixed media ones. I think these are my favorite ones to boot today. To boot? I don't even know what just came out of my mouth. Because the variety is like, it's just so creative. Like when everyone's is different, but it's all based on the same base. It's so cool to see.
I love seeing how everyone has like a different take on a lesson. And
yes,
it's like handwriting or something, isn't it? Everybody's slightly different.
Yep. So I'll get to your question, Kay, in 1 second. So this person said I sealed my sketch with clear acrylic coating, but when I applied the medium to glue it on, it smeared everything. I'm surprised your clear acrylic coating didn't smear it first. Did you spray if you sprayed the coating, I'm not really sure. Because usually if something was going to activate, it would have activated with your first layer first. And then it should have been locked in place for the medium part. But I'm not exactly sure what you used and what your original things you used. Oh, Lucy, I'm getting that feedback again from your speakers. Is there any possible way we could grab some headphones again?
Yeah.
I'm so sorry.
It's okay. I was just looking for my.
Yeah. And no worries.
Maybe that was making a noise.
No worries, my friend. Kay asks, is there a lesson or challenge for shopping and busting our stashes for Mixmedia? Busting out your stashes. So I do have I did one recently, Lady of the Links, Jeanette. Jeanette is my Lady of the Links because she is like Johnny on the spot and grabs all the links that I need. So can you look on my Mixmedia YouTube channel? And it's pretty recent. It's like 20 different things to use for collage. That's probably the closest we can get. Oh, thank you. That's so much better, Lucy. That one's probably the closest lesson that I have. You seal, yes, I know. Give me some clarity onto what other mediums you are using, and I will help you. Yes. But it would be the best, most fun thing ever in the whole world. Okay, good. This other person also started the mermaid. Yes, Valerie, I see you. You loved the 16 Mixmedia lessons. I listened and watched them all twice. Oh no, you're so cute. I'm sure it wasn't a mess. You always make magnificent things, like literally always, Valerie. Yeah, I'm wondering what this spray is. So I normally don't do any sprays until the end. So this is where my hamburger system, learning it is very helpful because it prevents the smearing and it also teaches you how to layer your items in a way that you can also erase your mistakes at every layer. So, and I left my hamburger sheet downstairs with all the layers in it. But yeah, there's definitely, this is what I teach in the Mixmedia Society. There's an order to your art supplies that you need to follow so that you don't get smearing. We don't really have time to go deep dive into it now, but Lady of the Links, Jeanette, I do have a YouTube video that glosses over this in more general terms. Maybe we can dig that out for people that were having smear issues. That would help.
Some questions.
Will mixing matte medium with acrylics extend the blend time? It can a little bit. It's really just a matte medium is sort of a. It's not really an extender product. It usually will just adds like an adhesive quality to your acrylics. So it helps with binding. It might do it a little bit, but it should still dry pretty quickly because it's still like an acrylic based product. Let me scroll down. Yeah, see, Jeanette, this is where I differ. I hate that Kamar varnish. I hate it. So I know I don't like it because it's like oil based. And fixative too gets so gunky. So I rather would do like an acrylic spray sealer. It just depends. It depends on what you have under as to what you can put over. Oh, Nancy, look what Nancy said about your office.
I know it is. I know.
Look at mine. I'm no better. It looks like a robbery. Every single door is open behind me. You're so
not
good.
Enough storage space.
I know. That's hilarious. Oh, good. Chris is changing from Celtic Collective. She's done with ghosts and she's coming over to do Mixmedia. All right. Well, one at a time. You can just cruise around as you please.
Should we do the mermaid on cold press paper? Do you see that question, Karen?
I don't. I'm kind of going in order so I don't miss any.
Oh, okay. Sorry. You're maybe
I'm at 1217 comments.
okay. The
So you
question
might be
that
caught up to.
is just above it.
Oh, I
And-
didn't even see it. Oh, yeah. If you
Yeah.
guys have questions, can you put them in all caps for me so that I totally missed this because it wasn't in all caps.
You can do it on either cold press, hot press, whatever you like.
If you did the day one fairy on watercolor paper, you just use the same paper again for the mermaid.
It doesn't make any difference for this project.
Do you want to answer this question? Should we answer it
Yeah.
together?
So in 2000 and
when did we meet on Facebook? 15?
yeah,
16?
maybe around then.
Yeah.
We were like Facebook friends because we were in the same arty circle, like doing, in the same kind of groups and things. And then Karen came over to Scotland on a tour, like an art retreat.
I was on
tour
art retreat, an Outlander art retreat.
Yeah, with Ivy.
Ivy Newport.
And I said, oh, I'm going to come and just hang out for the day with you guys because you're going to be in Inverness and I live about 2 hours from there and it's not that far. I'll just get the train up for the day. And so I came up and met them all. And I didn't specifically come to meet Karen. I just came to like meet all the ladies on Ivy's retreat. But me and Karen were like beacons of craziness for each other. So
I was like, who's this little ragamuffin red hippie person? I like her so much.
And I was like, who's this crazy loud silly person? I think was our first meeting in Leakey's bookshop.
Yes, I will never ever forget it. I'm gonna pull up a picture of it if you want to talk about it for a minute.
Yeah. So I think like within the first 2 sentences, I was like, amazing. She is my people. And then we spent the day together and they were all staying at this big kind of complex of like a holiday accommodation, but it was like lots of houses. So there was like 3 or 4 women staying in each house. And me and Karen got drunk on whiskey and were loud and obnoxious the whole evening.
It's true.
And then after that, Karen decided that she wanted to come and do a retreat in Scotland a couple of years later and was like, do you want to do it with me? And I was like, yes, I'm in.
Well, you forgot about the part where Sean was super annoyed. What's the name of that library again? Leakey's, that's right. Here we go. I was like, I'm like Licky. I'm like Googling all these names. I just have to show a picture of the library because
it's amazing. It's like a vintage bookshop.
It's just
sells secondhand books.
It's the most beautiful.
It's like something out of Harry Potter.
Yeah, it really is. So it's like when we talk about it, it's like, oh, we were in a bookstore. You like everyone thinks of Barnes and Noble, but really, I'll share my screen so you guys can see it. It's like magical. This is what I want. So that is the bookstore that
so cool.
we met in, and I'll never forget. We're actually I think I was like right up here or right over here on the second floor, and Lucy comes along and she's this little Muppet with her little adorable, I can't even describe how cute she is, but yeah, just adorable, long red henna hair with her like funky everything about her clothes, and I'm just a boring American. And I was like, oh, I love you so much. But we had bonked into each other online a whole bunch of times. We had maybe like messaged with like a couple other artists at the same time, like sort of kind of knew her. But yeah, she was freaking adorable. And we just hit it off. We were very naughty. I feel like we are kind of naughty. We are a little naughty when we get together. We are.
We all these like mature, like well-behaved women, and we were like,
yeah, we're like.
Do you remember in the evening and Ivy was doing this? We were all sitting around journaling and doing art, and we were like in the corner being like.
laughing
still-
and getting drunk and doing our art journal pages. Yes, I still have my piece from that. I did a Scottish lass that night as well. I'm still productive when I'm having extra doodles of fun. But then the way that we got started doing our art retreats was I like once I did that trip because Scotland is I have a whole YouTube video about how I was obsessed with Scotland for 20 years prior to that. And then when I went on Iva's art retreat, I like went into this depression after I got back that I like was not to be lifted. I was so depressed when I came back to the States. My husband was like, "Oh my God, like shut up already. If you love it that much, make it so you have to go every year. Like, I don't care. Just stop talking about it." And that's when I like ran over to my computer and I was like, Sean says, like, he's giving me the green light forever. Like, I should just come and do an art retreat there. You want in? And she was like, yes. And then we joked about it being in a castle, like totally joked about it.
Yeah.
Like, it was like, ha ha ha, wouldn't that be so funny? And we're like doing little searches and then lo and behold, that's exactly what we do to this day. So it was the best. It was the best. Okay, I just got my complexion watercolor pan set and I want to know if I leave them in the pan when I use my water. Oh, or do I need to get new pans to put them in? No, you use them right out of the set.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so this is not the complexion set. This is a different set of pan watercolors. But what you do is you take your wet brush and you like thingy it over the paint, and then you use this to mix your color with some water so that you've got the right amount of water and paint. So unless you want a really dark color, like if I want a really, really, really concentrated color, I would just put my brush in here and go straight on the paper. But then you can also put a little bit of it in here just to mix it up with water a little bit. And then you just leave these in there all the time. So I hope that was clear.
I think it was. Yep. You leave them exactly as is.
Yeah.
Is the Krylon UV, isn't that a spray though? See, I'm surprised I didn't stop it. I still hate Kamar varnish, so I'm so sorry. You guys, Jeanette is a super amazing, awesome artist. So I'm not disagreeing with her because I think she's wrong. Just to be clear, Jeanette is right about everything. I just have a different way and I don't like that particular product. That's the only thing that we differ about. So she's a trusted source and she is the professional resident artist at Awesome Arts. We know each other. We work every day. So just so you know, Jeanette, we should come on and we should clarify those product issues because
I've never even heard of Kamar varnish.
I know, I hate because that varnish.
I don't do a lot of mixed
hate
media
it so much. But Jeanette is right. So you guys are good to go to listen to her. Amy asks which the best sale day is anytime it's open. And also if the Wonder Bundle is too much, just do one club. Go one club is
because there's loads of videos in each of the clubs. Like it's going to keep you going for a long time, and then new ones get added every month. So like there's plenty to
yeah. And when you're an existing monthly member, which is the cheapest option, you can also move around. So like you can be a mixed media, and then if you see like Celtic Collective, like, oh, I want to do the Evil Fairy next month. The next month, you can switch clubs from month to month if you're an existing member, and that way you can kind of have your cake and eat it too if you would like. Just saying, for those on a budget. Oh, I love this. The fire party has put a fire under me, right? This is what I'm talking about. This is kind of what I refer to. It does for a lot of people. It's like this. There's something so powerful about a group of people all moving, creating like together as one at the same time. We feel exactly the same way. And that's why I enjoy throwing them so much. So I'm so glad. That's like actually the number one purpose is a real creative kick in the pants. That's like that's the first like line of my ad is like, do you need a creative kick in the pants? Because it really does do that. I'm so excited for you. Oh, okay. I'm just looking for those all cap questions. So have I done a YouTube video on mediums? I have a lot of YouTube videos. Yeah, I mean, the best place is in the Mixed Media Society. I have like very specific, actually, I have whole classrooms just on these items. But if you go to my Mixed Media YouTube channel, it's the downside of YouTube is that like the videos are all scattered all over the place. And in the clubs, like everything is like tight and tidy into a nice curriculum for you. But I do, if you go to my Karen Campbell Mixed Media channel, I have videos on all of these things. They're just kind of scattered around. So it's a little harder to find. If it doesn't say light fast, should I just assume it's not, or might it say something different? You can always go to Google and look up a product. Some things are labeled nicely, some are not labeled at all. Some even like fine art products have colors that are not light fast, even though like Daniel Smith Opera Rose is like the perfect example where like everything in Daniel Smith is light fast, but like not that color is not light fast in no matter who makes it. It's just properties of that color. So you can go to Google, go to Amazon and read if you're unsure. Craft products 9 times out of 10 are not. So art, like a fine art supply is usually are better about making products that are they have a higher price tag for a reason, and light fastness is a lot of times part of that.
Lucy says real what, Jeanette? I don't know what that means.
I know, I don't either. You can join Celtic Collective today. Yeah, it's totally open. Yep. You can just go to awesomeartschool.com and you can sign up right now for sure. Yes, we are Outlander obsessed. I know we love Ivy Newport too. She's amazing. Oh, Lucy, this one's for you.
Yeah, I do use references. I think it's a bit much to expect people to be able to draw completely from their head. No, I don't think any artist does it. Even the most professional artists use references, but they just do references in a different way. So if you want to sell your work, which I do, I sell not the work that I do for the classes, but other work, then I make sure that all my references are royalty free. And I generally will take bits from different things and put them together to make a new picture. So like, for example, if I want to do, if I want to do like, I'm painting journals at the moment.
I'm so
I'm
glad
doing like a squirrel on a thing with some leaves. Can you see it?
Yeah.
Can you see it?
Yeah, it's absolutely
so
gorgeous.
I would have, it's not painted, it's like, so on the computer, on like you can do it on Procreate, Photoshop, Canva, like all of these kind of programs. You can then I would get like a photo of a squirrel, a photo of some mushrooms, a photo of the kinds of leaves that I want to use, and then I like cut and paste them and arrange them on the page to make the composition, rather than finding like one all over finished picture that someone's already done that's like that. And then that's how it becomes your composition and like your original design. So it's a really cool way of doing it, but still having references to look at while you're painting to make sure that you get like the light, the light and shadows in the right place and the eye in the right place and all of those things that would be super hard to do just from your imagination. I don't know anyone. Does anyone draw just from their head? I think it would be impossible. And I can almost guarantee you that anyone that claims to do it is probably lying to make themselves look better.
Yes. I mean, even like the greats have always done that. Like Leonardo da Vinci, I mean, they all work from live like before there was photographer, they would work from live models, or they would go out and they would create the still life and then paint the still life from that's sitting in front of them, right? It's just with photography, we can now use photos instead of using the real images.
But the good thing is, like, if you want to step your art up and do it like that, then there are so many royalty-free pictures that you can like take.
Mhm.
You could take like a bit of this and a bit of that. You could put like this woman's head and her hair and like change it all about.
Mhm.
There's an artist that I'm Facebook friends with that does the 78 tarot. She's like the coordinator for it. It's a tarot deck, and she like coordinates all these other artists, but she also does her own art. Her name's Delphine something, and she actually posts photos on Facebook of her montages that she uses.
Oh, cool.
She was like speaking about AI art and like against AI art, and so she
Mhm.
did this post about how she uses her husband. So she'll like dress him up in like
Yeah.
costumes with like hats and swords, and
Yeah.
then have him sitting in like a forest by the trees and take photographs,
Yeah.
and then use them as her references for her finished pieces.
Yeah.
So
Same. I have some art books because I'm an art book hoarder and in some of these art books too, like and one that comes to mind where he uses his daughter as a model, and he has his poor daughter's in like a leotard sitting in their kitchen chair, and then he'll show like the finished piece. So it's like people, we all need to kind of see so in order to be accurate with our drawings.
exactly. And I think that there's no shame in it, and there's nothing wrong with admitting that you do it. And actually, when artists show how they do that, I think it's really cool because it lets you see like a little window into their process and how their mind works and how you can go from one thing. It actually makes you realize that it's accessible to everyone.
Absolutely. And we do touch on this a lot in the Celtic Collective when we have our, like today is the perfect example, the mermaid that Lucy's doing with Jean Baptiste. So we've mentioned this before, but we do these deep dives on artists. So we'll like go and like today, like try to copy that mermaid, like exactly. And then we'll like take those exact same methods and we'll use it like next month for a brand new project, or we'll do like a mashup. And so we're constantly sort of referencing how to do it, to copy to learn, and how to do it to copy to mash to come up with something brand new that's all your own. So this comes up over and over again. So it's a great question. How do we get in on the art retreat? Well, you only have to do two things. Number one, you have to be a Celtic Collective member because that's a perk for being in our club and being one of our little close friends. It also, I know in our art retreat last year, a lot of people were Celtic Collective members, and they were like, we feel like we're behind and we need to make it some beginner lessons. First of all, you don't need any art experience to come on an art retreat at all. And we were like, wait, but you have the entire art club and all of those classes. That is your curriculum, and that is your background comes with the membership. So you just have to be you have to be a Celtic Collective member, and you have to put your name on the interest form, which is not showing up today because the clubs are only open for enrollment twice a year to the public. So because that's such a rare, like it's only open 4 days this week, and then it doesn't open again until July or September. I haven't figured that out yet. So I close everything else because it's like we're just focusing on the clubs. But on Friday, when the clubs doors close, all the regular offerings will be up, and all you have to do is add your name to it's just like a wait list, and you add your name. So that way when and we do it twice a year. We do one in the like early summer and one in the fall. And then when we open enrollment, I only email people who are members of the Celtic Collective and whose names are on that list. It's as simple as that. So those are the two things that you have to do. Yeah, the wait list is not showing right now, Tara, because only the clubs are open right now, but it'll be up very soon. So, but if you haven't joined the Celtic Collective, you can go ahead over there right now and come on over and join. Oh, this question comes up all the time. Do you want me to take this one, or do you want to take it?
I mean, we could both touch on it. We might have different pros and cons. I find that when I buy tube watercolors, I squirt them into pans and let them dry. So it really doesn't make any difference. You may as well buy pans or tubes. These are all tubes that went into the pans. I let them dry and then I use them from the pans. I know there are some artists that maybe more traditional, you know, the kind of artists that would do like a big landscape painting that will squirt their tube and then use it straight away. But I find that if I try and do that, the color comes out. I don't have as much control over how much color I'm using. It comes out super concentrated. I use way too much.
Yeah.
And it's really hard to pull back from that with watercolor. So I always put mine in a pan and let it dry. So if that's the case, it doesn't matter whether you use pans or tubes.
Yes, and I'm the same way. I think that actually watercolors are only sold in tubes because it's economical. You save way more money by buying tubes.
Yeah,
buying
you
bigger
can
tubes.
fill about 3 or 4 pans with them, so it does work out a bit cheaper.
It's a much more economical to buy a tube, but I'm the same as Lucy. I only work from pans, so I have probably hundreds of tube watercolor, and as soon as I get the tubes, I come home and I make pans and I make palettes, and I only work from those. You also just don't need, you need so little watercolor that if you work from a tube like you would work from acrylics, you would waste thousands of dollars. You would throw out so much paint. And so again, working from pans, you only use what you need and you never use any more than that. So it's way more economical in every way to buy a tube and then make pans out of it.
Yeah.
If that makes sense. We don't do skip a month. You're either kind of in or you're kind of out, unfortunately. We don't have, and I wish right now there is not a way to pause. If there was, I would absolutely allow it, but the platform that I use does not allow it, unfortunately. You have forever access to the art party videos. And actually all the clubs, all those videos are downloadable too. But the art club videos, like the classroom, will never leave. Oh, you're so welcome, Kim. Absolutely. I'm so glad that you got to come. It's super fun. And I'm glad that you could have fun with us. Thank you for that.
Kay said, I may be a little bit higher up. I'm a bit higher up, but I saw Kay I put glue dots on the bottom of my watercolor pans to keep them from moving around in the palette. That's a super cool idea. I put, maybe don't have them here. I put little magnets.
Yeah, that's what I do too.
And then that means that you can move them around if you want to switch your order, but it keeps them in place. You can buy like little strips of magnets and just cut them and put them in. Or if you buy pans like these, they have they've got these little metal things that actually just kind of keep them in place.
Yes.
That was above. I'm like behind you on the questions.
Oh no, it's okay. Connie, I see your full name. Oh, yay! Kate just joined the drawing club. Yeah, doors are open. You guys are welcome to come on in anytime. We would love to have you. It is the party. It's pretty much a party that just keeps going after the party. Do you ever teach landscapes or is it more faces? So, I don't teach landscapes really anywhere, but we teach a ton of things that are not faces throughout all 3 clubs. That makes sense. Like in the drawing club, I do flat. You know what? You can actually go to this website yourself. If you go to,
we just did some landscapes for the Celtic.
Yeah, I was gonna say. I mean, we do it. I do every. Look at Lucy's. Spooky, that is a landscape.
Spooky forest. And then we did hobbit houses. Do you remember our hobbit houses?
Of course I do. Absolutely.
So we do lots of things like that aren't just faces.
We do a lot of florals. I don't know what club you're talking about, but I mean, this was like a drawing club. Or no, this was
that's super cute.
I mean, we have everything. A lot of animals, florals. In the drawing club, I do perspective and urban sketching. So we do 1 point and 2 point an aerial perspective. So we do like interiors, interior 1 point and interior 2 point tassels. We teach a lot, but we we do, and we also don't do all just girls' faces too. Like here's one of my wizards that we had for Celtic Collective. So we don't also just do female faces. We do all sorts of things. It just depends on the club. It depends on the theme. So here was we had like a unit on dragons in the Celtic Collective. So here's like a dragon, and then I did a dragon slayer kit, which I
My
freaking
man
love
in a kilt.
so much. Yeah, we do all sorts of fun things. And actually, Lucy, do you have any of your apothecary bottles that you just made?
Oh, yeah.
We do all sorts
I
of.
don't
And
know where my bigger pieces are. I must keep them all in one place in future.
here's my wizard. So he's a fun dude. And then here was this was like a great example. This one right here.
Look, we just made like a magic potion bottle.
Yeah, we do. Look, we do all sorts of stuff. It is not just faces. Oh, here's a good example. Here's another one that's sort of outside with trees. We've got
dragons.
Lucy and I get bored too, so we all like to mix it up. This is we did this in I forget what decade this was, but this is like architectural elevation. I went to graduate school for that, and so I can teach how to do buildings,
like backgrounds for the Celtic Collective.
Mm-hmm. So yeah, there's quite. Here's another house.
Unicorns.
We do all sorts of creatures. Oh gosh. But then of course I do love me some faces. Here's another mermaid. If you guys like mermaids, she's in the Celtic Collective as well. But then we also have like a dragon slayer chick, which I can't even take because I love her so much. So we have and that is true for all of the clubs, but I don't have any strictly landscape. I'm sure someday, maybe when I do the pastels unit, we have sexy men in kilts in case you want to do muscles. We have that if you want to do a chest.
That was a specific request one month, because if you're in the Celtic Collective, we have a Zoom call. Are all your clubs like that, Cam? Are there monthly Zoom calls for all of them?
Yes. And that's why if you're a Wonder Bundle member, it ends up being weekly. You have them every week because you also have one. I spread them out spaced. They're every Tuesday, so we just switch clubs. So if you're not in the Wonder Bundle, you have it once a month, and if you're in the Wonder Bundle, it ends up being every week.
Yeah, so you can come into the Zoom, and we usually have like a little bit of a discussion or a vote on, or take requests for upcoming projects. So there was definitely an ask for sexy men in kilts.
We did a whole month on man chests. We'll do anything. So we don't have a specific landscape except that one that you just did in gouache. I am obsessed with.
Oh, the spooky forest.
Okay, Valerie, I'm trying to process this question. I'm trying to find your question. You didn't have Matte Medium, which is use Mod Podge. That's fine. Okay, I had trouble with the edges curling up away. Yeah. It just got really wet. That's why. Like it was nowhere to dry. You got a lot of bumbles, and my flowers and girl was still curling and not flattening on the edges. That usually just happens if your paper gets so saturated on such a small amount. That's like, kindergartners have that same problem. Not saying you're a kindergartner, but like that's not a you problem. That would happen to anyone when you have a small paper that's soaking wet on one side. I don't know if you were able to. Usually helps if you can get both sides wet. That usually helps with the curling. That's also why I always do everything under and over. The over part helps combat against that warping, because it won't warp up if this is wet as this. If this will warp, if this is soaking and this is dry, it'll warp. If this is wet too, it flattens it out. So that's why I put it under and over. How long on average does it take you to write a book? I have written a book in as fast as 2 weeks, and I've written a book in as fast as 2 years. It depends on the book.
If she's working with me, it's
If
2
I'm working with
years.
Lucy, it's freaking a lifetime. No, I'm just kidding. Just kidding. I just forge ahead with my mom.
If she's doing it on her own, then she's finished in a day. But if she's got to work with me, then it's like 2 years.
Yes. The How to Draw and Find Your Style book took forever, but it is when I'm working with other people, it does slow me down. For that book, I was having my friend Chris is my graphic designer, and that was actually the last book that I had her do my books because I had to wait for her for 6 months. She like went on vacation, she had other clients, and so I was like, I'm on my own after that. I work much faster solo. But I also think that all my best books were because I took my time, I slow down, and then I make such higher quality books as well. So just depends. Depends on the book. If I sign up for one class and I look around on one class, can I later on change for a membership for the Wonder Bundle at the same price now? Yeah, the Wonder prices aren't going to change. So the Wonder Bundle price will be the same in the future as it is right now. I can't promise it's not going to change ever, but it's not going to change in the foreseeable future. So the prices that you see now are the prices that will be in the near future for sure. Lucy KS is that painted leather that Lucy is holding up. Yes, that's a cover to a journal that she makes and sells. They're
I
unbelievable.
take part in the Stephanie Gagos auctions and make painted journals for those maybe once or twice a year. They're quite time consuming to make, so I just got static from taking that off my dog and it went right in my ear.
Oh no.
Like went up my headphones and clicked my ear.
And I just want to clarify this comment from Tara. This is a little confusing because if you click on the name of the club right now, it actually is, if you want to see all the projects, click on the name of the club at the top because the clubs are also open. So you can also click on the club and join. So there's two separate places at awesomeartschool.com. But if you want to see the projects, you're looking for the club names at the top of your screen. I'll show you. How do I get this one to show instead? Sometimes. Oh, there we go. I'll just show you for clarification. Yeah, so if you want to see, this is true for all 3 clubs. If you want to see all the lessons we teach in all the club, of which there are literally hundreds, if you go to awesomeartschool.com and you click on the clubs up here, those will take you to the websites where you can see the projects. But you can also join. Look at Maggie's in my little video. Look at that. Amazing. But you can also just join here too when you're ready. You can also join from those pages. So like if you want to see Celtic Collective, which is what we're talking about today, you can click on that. Why doesn't it show? It's so stupid. Why is it not? I just clicked and it's not showing. I don't understand. Well, that's weird. It's literally opened on my computer. But anyways, click on the things at the top and then you can see all of the projects. I don't know why I didn't show that. Everything does sound better in Scottish accent, Terry. I completely agree.
I should get a job narrating those like sleep stories or something for podcasts.
I know. I love listening back to our podcast for you. This is a question for you.
Oh, when you paint on your leather journals, do you have to use a certain primer or finish coat? Oh, it's a whole process. It's quite time consuming. Yeah, I've got like specialized leather materials for painting. They include a primer and the paints and the finish coat. So I use like all specialized stuff. So I just want to make sure that they last for a really long time.
My favorite place is Canva.
Yeah, mine too. But there's also Unsplash, Pixabay, but Canva's got a lot of good royalty-free images as well. And what I like about Canva is that they've also got little illustration-y type ones, so like little cartoony type ones as well as just photographs. So you can play around with them a lot more.
This one's also for you.
Lucy, can you repeat the programs or apps for iPad or for making photo montages? I would use Procreate. I don't know what other ones there would be that would be good. But you could, with Procreate, you can like import photos and then like cut around them and paste them in different places and even draw on top. So that's a really good one for doing that kind of thing.
I think we take credit card and PayPal. I mean, for me, my debit card is a direct pull from my bank account. That is what a debit card is in my head, in my understanding, in my practice. To me, that is what that is. So I'm not sure. I'm not sure how a debit card is different from getting a direct pull from your bank account. That is how my debit card works exactly. So I'm not sure what you mean, but we do take debit and we do take credit and we do take PayPal as well. Oh, this one.
Why is Jeanette saying Lucy see this thread? Am I missing something, Jeanette?
Jeanette, we don't see threads. We just see one at a time. So we're also behind you. We're only at the comments and questions at 12:40, and you guys are way ahead of us at 12:55. So we're a little slow. Lucy paints with gouache all the time.
Yeah, we do quite a lot of gouache lessons in the Celtic Collective. I love gouache.
Yep. Usually just water. Water is all you need to paint to keep a watercolor palette clean. It just wipes right away.
But I tell you what, see this? This is still usable paint. Like the only reason I clean this is if it gets so mucky and murky that I don't have anywhere to mix new colors. Or I'm filming a lesson and I want it to look clean so that you guys can see more easily what colors I'm mixing. But apart from that, I would re-wet these and use these paints. Like, don't waste them. They're still usable.
Yeah, for sure. If you join the Celtic yearly, can you switch? Nope. If you join for a year, then you're in that club for a year. If you want to switch, you can do monthly, and then you can switch at the end of whenever your month is due, then you can switch. As long as you don't lapse, you don't leave, you can't come back and be like, it's 6 weeks later and be like, oh, I'm just kidding, I'm going to switch now. Like you have to be a member in good standing to have that ability to switch, and only monthly switch. Because you're prepaying for a year, and when you do that, you already get 2 months free, and we also send you the books out for that club. So then you can't just like switch, because then like you've already prepaid for your 12 months. 2 of them are free and you already have your books. So no, if you want flexibility, then don't do the annual. I'm a florist. You teach to draw flowers. Yeah, Lucy,
we have got some flowers in the Celtic Collective.
You have a lot. We do in the Celtic Collective, and I have quite a bit in the Mixed Media Society.
Yeah,
I have a whole classroom on it. I have not that much at all in the drawing club. If you want to see those, then I would recommend doing this. Go to awesomeartschool.com and click Mixed Media Society at the top. Scroll all the way down and you'll see the florals. Same thing for Celtic Collective. You can just click on those and you can actually see the projects there. Yep. I have a YouTube video on this. I do that all the time. Yep. I have a Bob Ross Mince Tim that I made my favorite little watercolor palette out of. So if you're on the drawing wait list, you can actually, I made that for Lucy. It's a little baby Altoids one. That's my favorite. It's so tiny. Yeah. You don't need the wait list today. This was the 4 days of the year. You can come in, Terry. You can go right now and join. You don't need any wait lists. Isn't that nice? Today is your day. Is the Celtic Club not more for already experienced people? No, all of our clubs are thoroughly made for all levels. And I'll just show you if I can get my stupid screen
Yeah,
to
so we have
share.
in the Celtic Collective, we
Yeah,
in our visual index, you'll see that we have
I'll
coded each
show
project with it's suitable
here.
for beginners
Here we go.
or medium or more experience. So you can
Yeah,
choose the lesson according to your skill, and we make sure
here.
we make an effort to make sure that we have a variety of lessons
In all levels.
at all levels. So they're
And that's every month. Like we don't
yes.
we every month we provide like a variety of skills. So we have this color coding system, and this is true for all clubs. The colors are the same in all clubs. The circles just might look different. So because we of course have to have Celtic knots because this is the Celtic Collective. So pink is for our maidens. These are beginners, right? Teal is our the intermediate level, and then advanced are goddesses, and they can kind of cruise around everywhere. So we like for example, in the Celtic Collective, we have this whole classroom is just for beginners. So if you're like terrified and you've never painted before, you can watch all of these videos to get you up to speed. And then when you move on to the all the other classrooms, which are a variety of fun themes, you just keep your eyes peeled if you're worried about skills and if you have them or not. Like if you're a beginner, you would just look for the ones that have the pink. Be like, oh, there, I can do that one. And these are some of the flowers. Someone was just asking about flowers. You can see some of them here. So there's tons of them in this classroom. Just depends. But like these were our last month's lessons, so we have like a variety. So I did this one first, and I was like, that's pretty challenging though. So I'm gonna make sure I go ahead and make an easy lesson now for my second one. So then I made these bottles next because I was like, oh, anyone can play and have fun with these. And then these are Lucy's bottles that she was showing you, and like those are totally all levels. So we make sure that every month we hit all 3 ability levels for sure. And we have some amazing artists too, and we want to make sure that they're nice and challenged and happy. So we have for sure also advanced lessons. So we really truly are all levels, and that is true for all 3 clubs. The other 2 clubs, Drawing Club has a curriculum, and so does the Mixed Media Society, where it's like start here and you actually work your way through the classrooms. You get a little certificate when you're done, and it's like a whole thing. Oh, I think we already passed this. Oh, well, that was the question from 15 minutes ago. So hopefully that answered your question. Can someone, I don't know if somebody dropped the link for the portfolio. If you go to, I have an Amazon shop, which has links to all my favorite art supplies. If someone could drop that link, it's amazon.com/shop/Karen Campbell Artist. And those portfolios are in there. I think I already answered this, where if you have a year, can you do a monthly? So what I would recommend, no, because once you're a year, you can't switch out of your year, and then you wouldn't want to add on the Wonder Bundle. So again, I would start monthly. If you're not sure, start monthly, because you can always change to annual, but you can't change from annual to monthly. So if you're not sure, just go for the monthly route. Okay. I'm trying to catch up. We're so far behind. Okay. I just want to make sure I didn't. People are obsessed with your leather journals.
I know. It's like a whole extra thing. It's
yeah.
like not too much to get into here. Sorry.
Yeah.
It's like
also,
not really.
It's also her like patented technique. She sells those like in specialty shops. So there's some secrets that I think are worth keeping. Those are her special secret sauces that we are not teaching in the Celtic
Collective. We just haven't done lessons on that in the Celtic Collective. Yeah. So I feel like it was not really relevant to this live.
Yes. If it doesn't say gouache, it's probably watercolors. If they're called if it's called watercolors, then it's not gouache.
But I'm going to interrupt there because I have these Gansai Tambi watercolors. They're the big flat ones, aren't they? The big square flat ones. Is that these ones?
Aren't those the Karatake? Is
Oh,
that the same?
I think they are the same.
Are they? I have those ones
if this
too.
is the ones that you're talking about, they're
Yeah.
gorgeous colors. They are super cheap. They're really accessible, but they are a little bit, they're not quite as transparent as professional watercolors, especially the colors like this blue and this green. So they're not gouache, but they're a little bit less transparent than like Daniel Smith. If you want to be picky about it.
Yeah, get
they're
fine
good
on
ones
the point.
though. They are pretty colors, those, aren't they? Nice watercolors.
You're in Drawing Club as an annual. Now you're thinking of adding Celtic. Would I join as an annual for that too? I have a couple thoughts on this. One is, I don't know when you joined Drawing Club. You might consider joining Celtic monthly until your Drawing Club membership comes due for year 2, and then I would jump into the Wonder Bundle, because when you buy 2, you get the third free anyways. So if you wanted to already be in 2, you might as well get the Mixed Media Society for free if you were going to pay for 2 anyways. That's what I would do. And then I would do Wonder Bundle yearly if you want, or monthly if you want. Do I have a floral series coming soon? No, I don't. I have a classroom, but it's not filled with very much. We're working our way through the decades right now. So like we did the decades. So this art party is called the Art Sampler Party because we're literally sampling from each of the clubs. So we are in the 60s right now, which is why we did the 60s sketches and I've been waiting 3 years to draw them. But that's not to say we can't incorporate flowers, because I'm also doing like 60s architecture. And actually, one of the references I have for the 60s coming up is florals. So it won't be like a dedicated florals month. It'll be more like incorporated and like themed like those decades for a while. But I do have some in the Drawing Club already. Oh, hooray. I'm so glad that you love it. It is ridiculously fun.
My favorite thing to do.
I know, it's a little bit my favorite thing to do too. Yes, that is correct, Kate. That is what I would do. Yes. Yep, for sure. Lucy, where can they buy your leather journals?
I've got an auction coming up on Facebook in May, and it is the Stephanie Gagas or Gagas. I'm not sure how you pronounce her second name. Sorry. I'm Scottish. I get some pronunciations wrong. The auctions group. So it's a Facebook group where she holds the auctions, and I'm not sure what date I am, but it's sometime in May. If you follow me on Instagram or Facebook, I'll be announcing then. And I tend to only sell them at the moment in those auctions because they take so long to make from start to finish that by the time I've made like a collection of 10 or something for the auctions, I don't have time with everything else to like keep doing them all the time. So that's coming up in May. And I don't know when the next one would be, maybe like Christmas. So there.
I actually got so caught up in the questions, I did literally forget about the giveaways. So Barbara Gary,
oh my goodness,
thank you for the reminder. Oh my God.
I forgot as well.
Well, there were so many questions like pouring in, I couldn't stop answering them. I'm so sorry. Yes, let's do it right now without further ado. The giveaway winners were chosen by Tara Salento, and they're chosen at random. And I'm dying because she screenshotted and sent them to me. Now they are chosen at random, so I just have to show you this one because I have to show you them all. Well, you guys are all in the Facebook group. You can see them all, but I just can't stand the cuteness of the freaking, how did you do the background? Is that tissue paper?
So cute.
Cutest freaking thing I've ever seen. And that is by Dawn Warren, DAWN. That'll be down. Warren. So she said she used pearlescent liquid acrylic paints for the background, ink pad for dress, acrylic pens for hair. Girlfriend, Dawn, you are killing your mixed media, my friend. Tombow marker for the shading on the right side and glitter washi tape and a ribbon for hanging. Oh my gosh, she just used like 10 of the 16 ideas I gave. So congrats, Dawn. Okay, so we have special prizes starting today because again, we're celebrating the clubs just being open. Gosh darn doors are closed every minute of every day. So everyone gets to pick a prize and everybody gets to pick a free month of any club that they like. If you're already a club member and you have been chosen, then we'll refund your last month's payment. And if you are an annual member, then we'll just figure you out something cool. I don't even know, but we'll figure it out. So yeah, awesome. This one is also super cool. This is Teresa with a random, amazing, fancy apostrophe in the middle of her name, like the Risa, but also looks like Teresa if you took out that really super fun apostrophe. Dunnavant, Dunnavant. She has collage pieces that are by someone. Oh my God, you guys, I almost forgot to tell you guys. Okay, I have to show you hers really quickly. These are just screenshots from Tara.
Oh, that's gorgeous.
I know. Talk about flowers. Gorgeous. And look how like crazy different they are. You guys, after I tell you the next two winners' names, somebody found the artist who was drawing the references that we're using for day 2. I'm freaking
Oh, really?
out.
The ones from the hotel? Yes. That's so cool.
So cool. The third winner is April Burke Clark. She mixed mediafied her girl using mounting spray to apply the pattern paper onto model and napkin onto cardstock. Had to add a strip of cardstock at the top to accommodate the height of it. Used Coral Distress ink pad on the edges. I need to fine tune my gluing and ink edging a bit, but loved how she turned out. So I don't know if she transferred her girl onto like
oh, that's so pretty.
I know, look at these. They're so amazing.
Oh, they're so pretty.
You have to scroll through. So that was April Burke Clark. I'm obsessed. These two ladies are the best ever. This is Margot Campbell. Margot, are you related to my husband? Look at these ladies. Look at these freaking fab ladies. Isn't that the most
I want to be friends with those ladies.
I know. So that is Margot Campbell, which is funny because Margot is a magical team member and Campbell. So you guys, I got an email this morning from April Clark who thinks, and I think she's right. She said she's been like doing some sleuthing and she died a couple of weeks ago. Not April Clark, the artist. And she thinks it's Veronica Papworth. And I think she's totally right. I haven't actually had a chance to go in, but look at their drawing. It has to be. It's like exactly like the other ones. So April, thank you so much for that. So now we can credit Veronica Papworth. I need to write that down.
Oh, it so must be.
Yeah, it so must be. So thank you, April. I tried and tried. I'm like, this is ridiculous. Why?
Oh, look at her drawings. They're beautiful.
Yeah. Now you know why I took pictures of all of them. Oh, I'm sorry that she passed as well.
Oh, because Luke, this one looks, oh, you can't see my screen. This one looks like one of the ones that you used for reference. The lady with like, it almost looks like Jackie O, and she's got her arm like that. That's definitely.
Drawings are amazing. Oh, you did? You emailed me back how I found it. Thank you. This is April right here. Okay, I'm going to go. I haven't looked at it yet. I was out this morning. That's amazing. So you guys, I'm so sorry I forgot about it. But hopefully I made it up for what you win and what you win, because these are massively awesome prizes. So again, that's anything from my Etsy shop. That's hoodies, t-shirts, art book, pencil pouches, totes, anything at all. Everyone has a 20% off coupon for my Etsy shop if they want anything. Oh, and also, did you guys see that Jean-Baptiste gave you guys an Etsy shop coupon for his as well? So when I reached out to him, I emailed him to see if we could use his mermaid as a reference. And he said yes. And he gave everybody a coupon code. So I purchased 4 prints the day that he did that. But
I must go and have a look in his shop and buy some. I just worried about the shipping to the UK. It's probably super expensive. But
yeah, I don't know. Probably is. I thought he was in Canada, actually.
Oh, is he?
I didn't pay a ton of shipping, I don't think. Actually, I think did I have free shipping? I don't remember. I was like, I'm buying that. I know. I can't, you know what, for some reason, Valerie, I think here we go. Thank you, Tara. That is the artist's name, Veronica Papworth. Veronica, thank you you didn't allow us to use your drawings. And I'm sorry for your you're not getting if you're not getting the emails, you have to email me so we can figure out why and fix it, because everything is delivered by, especially if you just join the Wonder Bundle, all your lessons are delivered by email too. So make sure you email me and figure out why you're not getting your emails, or check if you're a Gmail user, my emails go to your promotions folder or your spam box. Check your promotions folder. And if you guys are not getting your emails, please reach out to me so we can figure out where they're going. Yes, please email me here and we will help you. Everything is delivered by email. Email's my love language.
Lucy, what's your last name? Fairy? Yeah,
definitely.
It's Bryden.
Yes. You can also, and the coupon code is in the classroom. Everything is in the classroom for you and in the emails. So to sign into the classrooms, just go to awesomeartschool.com, log in, and then click my courses at the top, and that'll get you back to that art party, and you can get your coupons.
I'm just holding these up for Michelle because she said, could you show us the spooky backgrounds? One's in watercolor and one's in gouache. That's coming up in the Celtic Collective. You just had a sneak peek. It's coming up in March, along with other things that we haven't showed you.
And I'm sorry, Kay, I can't say the coupon codes out loud because they're for art party people only. But if you're a club member, you actually get 20% off my Etsy shop all day, every day of your life. Awesome.
And I can't wait to see everyone's mermaids.
I know. So Lucy and I are going to be back tomorrow. We're doing 5 giveaways instead of 4 because I don't know why. I'm just am. For no reason whatsoever. Just like losing my shirt when I throw art parties. It's cool. And then we'll be back again on the 1st because that's when I regularly do our monthly giveaways anyways. So it's literally days and days of massive giveaways.
You're going to need a big sleep after this, Karen Campbell.
I already do. Yeah, those spooky backgrounds, aren't those super cool? I'm trying to think if anyone does anyone else have any questions or need me to share my screen to show you anything before we go? I have a whole bin of lessons I can show you from random clubs. This Art Deco girl is the Fun Fab Drawing Club. This is funny. I have a classroom called Fun Fab Figures. And in that classroom, this is just what we're talking about. We copy a drawing once. This exactly goes back to the reference thing we were just discussing. So we're copying this, and then we're doing it again, but we make it our own. So see how the girl is kind of the same? I make her into a mermaid. Look at the smirchy. Look at it. He gave her a ring, and then now they're having smooches. So this is the same exact lesson, only I made it my own.
That's so cool.
Learn how to do that. This is the same thing. This is one in the flowers lesson in the Fun Fab Drawing Club. That's in the flowers classroom. That was another art party project. Oh, here is a Kelpie from the Celtic Collective. This is made with a Stabilo all pencil and some ink, I believe. God, this book is so big.
Over the rest of my pictures, I think they're in a box over there.
This is Evil Witch from the Celtic Collective, and my wizard. He is made with ink and gouache.
I've got some in here. I've got this is
Amy Brown
Fairy, and a green forest fairy. We have so many lessons, Karen. Karen and I get a little bit carried away.
Yeah.
And we started off this club being like, we'll each deliver you 1 lesson each month. So you get 2 new lessons each month. And it's not. It's like at least 5 or 6.
Yeah, we do get really carried away.
Some little gouache dragons. Oh, upside down.
Yep. My
We have so many. If you join now, like it'll keep you going
forever.
for months, just catching up with all the cool lessons.
This is me and swatching watercolors in the Mixed Media Society. This is like for people who've never done watercolors before. I was like, we could swatch them, but let's make them have cool make heads and then swatch. I want to do this every time.
Oh, that looks like so much fun.
Just mess around with the color on top of their heads. It's like the most satisfying activity. Look at this.
Didn't you make a book for that? A swatch book?
Yes. I have a couple swatch books that all stemmed from that sort of idea. So we do I already showed my Dragon Slayer kits. What else? Oh, these are fashion figures I did for the 1950s.
Oh, look at that man.
So he was done with the 9 heads method. Mm-hmm. And then the boxer is, so I do also do like popular pets of the decades. Cause that way you're again, like mixing it up. So that like, this is super hard, but then this was really easy. So we mix it up. Like we just talked about. Same thing. Like this was its own lesson. And then she's done using the quadrant method, which is a totally different way to draw figures. These are both in the Mixed Media Society. She's gouache and she is ink. And the Mixed Media Society, you do not need to know how to draw. I actually give you traceables. That's kind of an important distinction. That's a YouTube dude. Mixed Media Society gouache.
Oh, that looks like so much fun.
So fun. These are Celtic Collective, our squished fairies. We did a Brian Froud month.
I love that.
So we did our squished fairies. This is Boudica, which again is like based on a Brian Froud, but I made it totally my own. That's another example of what we were talking about. These are both Fun Fab Drawing Club, 1950s. I'm obsessed with the Decade series. This was also 1950s. So
do you know my favorite ones recently is the Beatles ones that you did?
Oh,
I love them.
Similar. That's also 1950s. This is gouache.
Look at her though. Oh my God, she's amazing.
Artist. I had reached out because I'm like, I need to copy that exactly. And actually I ended up didn't, but she said, yes, I could use it. So I was like, woo, thank goodness. This is actually a free series. That was the Fun Fab Drawing Fairy series. So that's the one that Lucy and I did together in Scotland.
Oh, that was so much fun.
That was ridiculous. It was raining on our paper while we were drawing. And these are both Celtic Collective. I think this one's like my favorite of all time. But this was a Anne Stokes and then changed it up. And then that's Mixed Media Society, gouache.
Oh my God, look at him.
That one was super hard. Celtic Collective. So you get the idea. They're all different. This is Fun Fab Drawing Club. That was YouTube. And that was Celtic Collective too. My bloody vampire witch. I'm sorry, but the bat's my favorite. That's my favorite thing of all time is the bat. I just want to frame the bat. He's so cool. Are you laughing at my
yes.
bloody bat? Yes, I am. Yep. Oh my gosh. The Celtic Collective is drawing and painting. Yeah, we don't use acrylics. We just limit it to watercolor and gouache and inks and alcohol markers. But in terms of the painting, we're always painting with inks, watercolor, and gouache, which are all really used like the same way, and we can use them interchangeably.
Yeah.
Oh, so funny. Well, a Gothic club. The Celtic Collective is a Gothic club. A lot of those are
fantasy, fairy.
Be pretty goth. This month is pretty dark because we're doing the Unseelie Court. So Gothic is.
Although saying that, I found it really hard.
Oh yeah. Yep. Hilarious.
Like my spooky backgrounds are still kind of cute.
I know. We both struggle from like trying to have like badass. That's why I had to do that expressions lesson because I'm like, Karen, make it look mean and like edgy. And I'm like, wee. Pretty girls just want to bust right on out. Oh my goodness. Love me some dark art. I know you do, Ellen, with your secret swears. Woo! Well, all right. That we've been on forever. I feel like we answered a ton of questions. I hope that gives you guys a ton of clarity. We would love to invite you to come party with us all year long because literally this is what we do. And we love it. Oh, I love that. Oh, that's good. Yeah, I think we're a lot. So I have a college student.
Yeah.
And the Wonder Bundle is like a penny compared to that, actually.
Mhm.
Yes.
Mhm.
It's actually, if you
I've
add
been
up
to
all the lessons, it's like it's
Yeah.
thousands of dollars worth of our lesson. I was thinking
Yeah,
about
yeah,
this
yeah, yeah.
too. It's like, so when I taught in-person classes, kids, this was 10 years ago. It was $25 for an hour. When I taught adults, it was like 35. My kid, like my 14-year-old, we pay $70 an hour for his 1 hour drum lesson once a week.
Mhm.
$70.
Mhm.
That's more expensive than a month of the Wonder Bundle, where you get thousands of dollars and like 1,000 art classes for
Yeah.
less than the price of my son for
Mhm.
1 hour of drum lesson. Like if you put it, like it's actually bananas if you think about it.
I went to a portrait painting weekend in the local art school a few years ago, and so it was just a weekend, so it was just 2 days. In fact, it wasn't even 2 full days. It was all day Saturday and then like the morning and early afternoon Sunday.
Yeah.
And it was one portrait, there was one model, one portrait, and that cost me like 200 and something pounds just for that weekend, which is
I know, which is like 4 months or something of the Wonder Bundle.
I know.
It's crazy. I'm actually I have a class I'm starting on Wednesday, and that was $250 for the month, and it's 4 classes, and that's it. And I can't rewatch it. I can't like rewind. I can't download it. Like whatever I don't make is just over when it's over. So I know. I think it is like.
How do you keep dog hair out of your wet paint and Mod Podge? You get a greyhound because they don't mold.
Oh, there you go.
I don't know. Maybe you just embrace that there's like an extra. That's an extra medium that you've added.
I know. I have 3 cats and a dog, and there's just hair. I'll be like painting one. I'll be like, what is this? And I like pluck it out, or like it'll be on my paper and I have to like stop and pick it up with my brush. And
yeah, that happens to me all the time.
Yeah. Like you just live with it. Yes. Kay is really obsessed with wanting to know about your clean watercolor palettes. I think
Do you know why this looks clean? This looks clean because I haven't used it a lot, because I've got the exact same paint
brand new
in other palettes that are smaller that I use more often, and they are not as clean. Look.
Yeah, I leave mine dirty because I always end up kind of like using the color that's left over kind of in some way.
Yeah. So I have these little ones that I have them in color families. So all my blue ones, all my brown ones. And so I just leave that dirty because I'm going to use that at some point. The only time I clean them is when I'm doing a video and I need it to look clean so that you guys don't get confused and I can mix my paint without it being confused with the other colors, because I want to make it easy for you to see what I'm doing. So usually mine get cleaned more often than you would probably do it, because I shoot videos all the time. So I'll clean that off just so it's like a fresh start, so that if I then mix like that blue, you can see that it's that blue that I'm mixing, and it's like nice and clear for you.
Yeah, but watercolor just washes with water. So you could just take a paper towel with water and just wipe it in 2 seconds.
Just
and
go
that's how you would clean it.
Spray, paper towel, clean it, and then it's done.
Wipe and you're good to go. Oh my God, you guys, it's so fun. I could hang out all day.
I know. My dog's like he's 2 hours late for his dinner. I'm surprised I've not had more.
I know. I'm impressed. I know. All right. Well, I will have the replays up in the classrooms for you. Everything is in the classroom for all week. Tomorrow we'll be back to answer more questions. Bryn's going to be here to answer questions. And then, we'll have the giveaways, and good luck with your mermaids. And then if any questions,
I can't wait to see them.
I know. And if any questions pop up while you're creating, Lucy will be back tomorrow to answer them for you.
Yep.
And I'm going to go back right now to the Facebook group to see all the more colorful mixed media pieces because it just makes me so happy. All the colors makes my heart happy. You're very welcome, you guys.
Thank you, everyone.
Thank you so much
Thank you
for
for
spending
coming.
time with us today. We'll see you back tomorrow for more hangout fun. Bring your questions. We are here for you guys. Okay. All right. Bye, guys.